all the evil bills this legislative session getting you down?
That does it!
Don't worry, your union superheroes are here to lift your spirits for justice and break through the corporate cacophony at the Capitol in our Week 6 legislative update. Let's start with some great news. Week 6 brought another legislative victory for protecting Florida's clean drinking water and environment as the bill that would ban the practice of fracking in Florida reached its next committee stop. Activists from across the state packed the committee meeting in support of a ban on this potentially poisonous method of extracting natural gas.
On behalf of Floridians Against Fracking, which comprises close to 100 organizations ranging from environmental groups to religious groups to local chapters of the League of Women Voters all throughout Florida that are all in agreement with the cities and counties where 77% of Floridians reside who want the state to ban fracking, that we are grateful to Senator Young for filing this good bill that protects the health of Floridians and our water and our tourism economy.
You can see the amount of enthusiastic environmentalists and constituents out there that support this. It is absolutely a necessary bill. All of you that came all this way to make your wishes known, and we really appreciate you, and please go over to the House.
I just want to thank all of the union members that have helped me so much in the committees to ban fracking. It's been just such a wonderful solidarity, and I just appreciate y'all so much.
With a unanimous vote in favor, SB 462 now heads to its final committee stop before a vote by the full Florida Senate. However, Week 6 wasn't free of dastardly deeds in the Florida House as they continued to attack their number one nemesis this session.
You mean? Precisely, Robin.
Public education.
You jolly devil.
This week, we found out that HB 7055, the massive public education train bill that passed the Florida House last week, isn't the only vehicle special interests are using to divert millions of taxpayer dollars to for-profit private schools. On Wednesday, less than 48 hours after it was introduced, a massive tax cut bill was up in the House Ways and Means Committee. The bill is riddled with special interest sales tax exemptions, a so-called business rent tax for Walmart and other big corporations, and other special interest-driven changes to our tax code. These tax giveaways will cost Florida's working families $334 million the first year and $263 million each year after that.
Holy taxation.
The most egregious part of this sneaky bill is the opening up of sales tax revenue to be used for private school vouchers. This is the first time private schools will be able to line their pockets with cash that is directly coming from the state's general revenue. For the second time in as many weeks, the House is once again dismantling public schools to enrich for-profit charters.
First, of course, is the massive expansion of our school privatization programs, this time using the sales tax. This has been crammed into this bill at the last minute with no real analysis of what the long-term impacts is going to be on our general revenue and the other programs. We don't have the data on that, neither do you.
This is the Titanic approach to funding education. It has a few people that may get to be put in some kind of lifeboat, but at the expense of all of our students who rely on public education dollars, and there will never be enough lifeboats like there weren't on the Titanic.
It's wrong to put such a divisive measure into this bill. We could have easily removed it, moved forward in a collegial way, without opposition, without obstruction.
With this bill's passage out of committee, it will soon be issued a bill number for us to follow through the process. But with the Florida House continuing to disregard the rules of order, anything can happen.
Holy understatements, Batman.
Our valiant heroes of the Working Families Lobby Corps held strong in Week 6 at the Capitol.
I come up here to tell my representative and senator that I'm union and I vote union.
I'm here lobbying for my teachers and my students, and I hope that you will come sometime because it's an experience you will never forget.
Most people work and with families, and they don't have time to know what the issues are, so it's very important for us to come up here and show up and make our presence felt, and then be able to go back home and inform our neighbors and co-workers.
We really do make a difference. The constant contact with legislators, they really hear us, and they really do listen to us. So I really encourage you to come up here and show your support.
If we don't do it, the opposing side will.
They'd like to abolish unions. And I'm a union guy, been that way since 1971.
I'm excited to be up here for the first time.
It's always an honor coming up here, not only educating our students in the classroom, but we have to educate our elected officials, making them accountable for their decisions that affect us at home.
I'm up here to stand with my brothers and sisters from all kinds of different trades and crafts and union members from everywhere, because teamwork makes the dream work, and we got to stick together on these things.
Got to come up here to see it, to believe it, to be a part of this process, to see how everything works. From the back to the front, from the top to the bottom, got to come up here and be a part of us.
The tricks, the chicanery, the gamesmanship that goes on in committees, the trickery, the deception, with a straight face and all friendly smiles. But you've got to be here to see it, to believe it.
I've been coming here for a few years. I'm always ready to fight.
You have to come see this. It is incredible. We learn a lot. You see why we fight every day.
What can you do this week to take action? HB 7055, the first punch aimed at public education, is now making its way through the Senate and is up in its first committee on Tuesday. This is an absolutely dreadful attack on our teachers, our students, and the institution of public education, one that will fundamentally change Florida for the worse, and this is our chance to stop it. Start your week off in action by calling 855-235-2469 and tell your senator to vote no on HB 7055. Until next week, heroes, solidarity.